Hey, what's up, friends? Couple things right off the bat. One, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't know. Just ignore this video, I guess. And two, I haven't written anything down. I'm just winging this, I guess so to say. Um, Kind of want to do these videos every now and then, partly for my own benefit, partly for yours. Don't know what the other part is, but let's get into what I think of Bitcoin at the moment. Um, I'll break this down into two parts. We'll just go from long term and short term. Just give my opinion on both and how I'm playing it, and you can decide if it's good or bad analysis. I would highly recommend going off your own plan if you've got one. But this is what I'm thinking, and I don't know. I guess we'll just go from there. So for the long term, right now, I think what have we got? We've got this nice trending uptrend right here, and we're currently seeing a bit of retracement. I think if you're on Twitter at the moment, there's quite a lot of panic going on, which is fine. I think a lot of people used their time to study the RSI and not enough on how to handle their own emotions, but that's fine. Um, so what do I think we're going to see from here? The way I'm playing this for the long term is I'm looking at two things. So the first one is the history, and second one's the trend. So for the history, I want to see what has happened in the past and kind of get an idea of how I can map and position myself to play the future. So what do we know at the moment? I think the biggest thing at the moment is that we are in the discovery zone. So we've already breached the all-time high, and we're currently in the what do you call it? We have the discovery zone. I just said it. Anyway, moving on. The second thing that I see that we know is that we're definitely seeing the first kind of retracement. We've had these four weekly candles that have gone green, nice strong move, and now we're just seeing the first form of retracement. That's the two things that I know. So I'm going to go back, and I'm currently using the Bitfinex chart. I think it has a bit of nice history behind it. So I'm going to go back and see what has happened previously when we've breached all-time high. So I'm just going to stretch this out, kind of in log view, because I think it portrays it a bit nicer. So we can see all-time high previously was here. We've breached it, and I would say this is a strong move. Seen a bit of a strong move here. I would take that as a strong move. Here's your first sign of retracement. I'm going to say this is a good area to look at. And what I'm going to do is to position myself to how to play the future, I'm going to just draw some fibs. I'm going to try and keep it real simple. So low point before the trend start, I'm going to take us here. And the high point, which I'm using this area, really important, I'm going to use this candle right here because that would be the high point while this retracement's going on. So that's roughly about there. Now, as we can see, we have kind of tagged this 0.382 area and we've continued back up. So if we come here and take the low point, which is, I don't know, I guess you can call that the COVID area. We'll take this low point right here and position it to this candle up here. Super rough, about there. I can do that a bit better. About there. I would say we could definitely see a sweep of the 0.3. I'm just going to delete these, get these out of here. We don't need them. So we could definitely see, sorry, not definitely, we don't use that word in trading, potentially. I think we can potentially see a sweep of this 0.38 area, so the 27. I've currently got some bids stacked around 26. Now, does that need to happen? No. I'm more than happy for it to continue, to just stop here and continue upwards. You know, have a nice big back to the moon mission. I hate myself for saying that. But anyway, moving on. We don't necessarily need it. I've got some bids stacked around here. If it gets taken out, I'll get filled. If not, doesn't matter. I can just deploy that capital elsewhere. So that's how I'm playing it. Here we've seen that breach of the all-time high. It's trended up, hit a local top, retrace to the 0.38, and then continue onwards. I'm going to just ignore all this for now because we're not that far into the future yet. Same thing here, breached all-time high, continued up. We could see a sweep of the 0.38. So I guess for the time being, for the long term, I'm definitely more leaning towards the bearish side. But in the super long run, I'm still bullish. So that's how I'm playing the long time frame. Now, in terms of the low time frame, this is definitely more up for debate. Oh, sorry, that's the history. Trend. So the way I like to view trend is through Donchen channels. I have an article on that, which I'll leave in the description if anyone wants to read it. But I'll just do a super simple explanation of it here. Easiest way to see, this is these white lines, midline, upper band, lower band. The easiest way to view this, there's more that goes into it, but the easiest way, if you're in this upper region, so between the midline and the upper channel, you're bullish. And if you're in the lower channel, so between the midline and the lower channel, this area here, you're bearish. So bullish trend, bearish trend. That's obviously more goes into it. But right now, we're clearly in the upper channel. So while I am looking for that retracement, it's not all doom and gloom. So that's how I'm viewing it at the moment. That's the long term. Now, so we move into the short term. Of what I trade, I like to trade on Deribit because I do options for the Bitcoin stuff. It's just a preference. How am I playing this right now? So if I just remove these drawings, do I want to remove them? No, I'll keep them on. So these lines here I'm using as these major swing points. Now I'm going to ignore this one for now because that's the most recent. What I had is swing point, swing point, swing point. Now, this has gone down a decent chunk already. So I think it's like 20-something%, maybe more. Yeah, 31. At the low, from the high to the low. That's a pretty big retracement already. So how I'm viewing this at the moment is we've got this bottom right here. And as we can see right here, if I just move this up to make it a bit easier for you guys to see. Local bottom. Trended down, hit this local bottom, it's pushed through and then been bought right back up. Now I longed this on the close, using ATR as a stop. It's pushed back down, but it's closed back up again. I would say it's been pushed down. It's hit this liquidity area here and come back up. So I've got a call option. Oh, sorry, I'm bullish on the shorter time frame. I'm bullish at the moment, and I definitely see us going at least back to this 33 area, 33.8. But what happens from here? I guess I'll just watch the chart and find out. So long time frame, looking at a retracement, super long, still bullish. I'm not necessarily scared yet. And then on the shorter time frame, on the 4 hour, I'm bullish, so I'm long. Again, what I said before, I do have bids stacked around this 26 area. It doesn't necessarily have to be taken out. I mean, anything can happen, but that's what I'm looking at. So I guess I'll leave the video there. Thanks for watching. Peace.